Welcome to Quick Talk Tips for Single Moms, episode 3. I can't believe I'm already on episode 3. My personal journey through single motherhood has been challenging, interesting, beautiful, to say the least. You know, from day to day, it varies, as we all know. But I'm hoping these topics that I will be jumping into from week to week will find helpful. Especially, I'm hoping that you'll find value. With that said, let's jump right on in today's topic, which is resilience. And it hopefully will partner with the other topics that we've already covered, which is showing up for yourself and self-esteem and confidence and all that good stuff. So as we all know, life can be a little challenging, and especially in the midst of or in the aftermath of a pandemic. This past year has not been the easiest. Resilience is a really key factor that I think can stand to be talked about or addressed a little bit more. So we're going to talk about resilience, and especially as it pertains to single motherhood. Let's just jump right on into these tips, okay? So the first one I want you to think about is breath. To really focus on how we're breathing, taking those deep breaths in and taking those cleansing breaths out. Did you know that controlled breathing activates our parasympathetic nervous system, which helps us to stay calm and focused? That's why it's so essential to be mindful of our breath work and how we are managing it. Keep our calm, keep our balance, and maintain that as we start to rebuild and refocus. So this one's especially important. Become an observer of chaos, but you don't have to be a participant. So there could be havoc going on around you, even directly, meaning people bringing drama to you or trying to engage you or involve you in drama, okay? You can actually witness it and not be engulfed in it. And definitely not go down that rabbit hole, because there's often people around that want to see you, unfortunately, I hate to say this, that want to see you upset, that want to get you agitated, that want to irritate you. So you might be asking, how do I not get sucked into it? If it shows up right at my doorstep and it's right there and the stress is there, how do I not get sucked into that or sucked back into a challenging situation? What you should do is take a mental step back, okay? Not a physical necessarily. You might have to physically step back too, but take a mental step back. Step outside of it if you can and look in. Look at that whole situation, what's going on. Look at all the moving parts. Evaluate your role in that. Do I need to play a role in this? Does this have anything to do with me? Even if it does, what is my role going to be? How am I going to tackle this? Do I need to tackle it in a way that causes me angst or anxiety? Or can I find a more strategic way for you? If you just take that step back, that mental step back, and look at the big picture, just take that time to look at the big picture versus being so quick to respond or feel like you need to react or address it. If you can just take that moment or take that time, you will be able to have more strength and assuredness to tackle that situation versus responding impulsively or responding reactionary. It's just so important just to take that step back and really evaluate the whole situation versus jumping right in to react and respond. It does make the difference, I promise you. Okay, and thirdly, acknowledge that it's okay to cry. Cry a little, laugh a lot. And I'm very intentional when I say that, because it's okay to cry. Sometimes we beat ourselves up because we find ourselves feeling solemn or sad about a situation. It's okay if we cry a little bit. We don't want to get to a place where we can't stop crying. Then obviously we have to evaluate, does this need to be something that we talk to someone else about? or get some, more support or counseling in regards to. But if we need to cry a little bit just to kind of help ourselves repair, that's okay. But if you find yourself feeling solemn, feeling upset, give yourself that hug and just affirm for yourself that it's okay that you're feeling that way. Acknowledge that. That's okay that I'm upset. It's okay. What I've just experienced warrants that. You may not have anyone else telling you that. And oftentimes your internal dialogue, which I've referenced before in other videos, will be essential. So tell yourself it's okay. Lean into a little bit of love and care for yourself. Give yourself that hug, even if you have to physically embrace yourself. That's okay. And you will find yourself feeling better, potentially as a result of it. Okay, my last tip is this. And it's going to sound a little silly, so I need you to really, really lean into this one. Visualize yourself coming out on the other end of whatever your challenge is. Visualize yourself, what you look like, what you feel like, what all the other aspects around you look like. So if you visualize it, believe it or not, it can almost help it come to fruition. Just especially after you've already put the steps in place or actually done all that you can do in order to make things better for yourself, then we need to just step back and say, here it comes. Because we've seen it, we've visualized it. Now we have no choice but to embrace it and experience it, if that makes sense. And that's something we're going to delve in a little bit more. Sometimes it's not an overnight process. There's a lot of things that need to take place in our mental faculties and how we process and our perception. But if we can start to put mindful and more conscientious approach to dealing with our challenges and adversities, then we can put ourselves in a better position to recover and move on, for lack of better words, so that we can be productive and tackle other parts of our life, especially focusing on parenting and self-care and how we interact with the world around us. So I hope all of this makes sense. I hope you found some value today. I hope you go forward into this week wonderfully and have an amazing week. I'd love to hear from you, so please comment below and let me know what you think of this new series, or if there's any topics that you'd like to hear about more, or even if you have ideas about the topic, your feedback. Absolutely and utterly welcome your input. I love to hear your input, love to see your input. So stay connected with me. Also stay connected if you're looking for a community and you want a supportive community around you. Of course, I'm always going to encourage you to tap into our Single Moms community with Single Moms Club. I'll put the link below as well. We have an Instagram for that, and we're on Clubhouse. We have a lot of great rooms. So connect with us there, as well as the website Single Moms Society for free referrals and resources there as well. Stay tuned, and I will see you in the next episode. Have a great week. Bye.